welcome to Give Day Tampa Bay 2018, live from the WEDU studios at the Berkman Family Broadcast Center.
Good afternoon and welcome to Give Day Tampa Bay 2018. My name is Shelly Hollingsworth. I'm a volunteer here at WEDU, and I get to be your host for the next hour of our live broadcast. We are here at the WEDU studios in Tampa with representatives from some of over 400 nonprofits who are participating in Give Day Tampa Bay. The theme of Give Day is Live Here, Give Here, and making a donation is quick and easy. Just log on to giveday.org, search for your favorite charity from a list of participants. When you hit the donate button, you'll fill in your credit card information and make your secure gift. The minimum donation, believe it or not, is only $5. Give Day will be going on until midnight tonight. We'll be live streaming right here from WEDU until 7 p.m. In the next hour, I'll be talking and listening to various nonprofit groups who are making a big difference in Tampa Bay. And while our next guests are being seated, let's go to our leaderboard and get an updated total on your donations. All right, and I get to kick off my hour with the 8 o'clock theater, folks. How wonderful. It's not 8 o'clock, but it's still good that you are here. Thank you for being here, and we wish you the best of luck in your Give Day endeavors today.
Thank you so much.
Tell us just the down and dirty, because we've got a video to show about you.
We do. Well, we are theming to this year's Give Day for 2018 with every small act helps big dreams come true. So we're really focusing on how little donations, like you mentioned, as small as $5, all culminate together as our community to help integrate kids and all generations, all ethnic backgrounds, all political backgrounds, to work together in a field where they may never have the opportunity and create something for the community. And that's something that we've experienced, myself as an actor and James as a director. He's one of our fabulous directors. Awesome. So we're really focusing on that aspect this year of just pulling us all together as a community.
All right, and we're going to watch a little video about what you do.
Fantastic.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for your contribution to our Give Day campaign. And most of all, thank you for supporting 8 O'Clock Theater. We've got some really terrific shows coming up to round out the rest of our season, and we've planned some really exciting shows for next year. But we couldn't have done this all without you. You are the reason why we get to do what we love, bringing the arts to this community. So, on behalf of 8 O'Clock Theater, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book, and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn. Start celebrating right this way. Your table's waiting. What good? Permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum, so come to the cabaret.
Awesome, and we had a little bit of James talking there in that video. We have James Grinnell here, who's a director, and Sarah Rome, who's one of the performers. I think sometimes a lot of people, when they think community theater, they don't think the professionalism that they just saw in that video.
Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely. And the good thing is we have a lot of people. We're a volunteer-based
organization. So we have a lot of people that have a lot of skills to offer and a lot of background experience that they can bring to us. And it's great because we can meld everything together to give us what you guys just saw.
Give us the entertainment that we love so much in our area. So what are you hoping to get out of your Give Day experience?
Well, seeing as we do thrive only on support from our community and our volunteer hours, which are massive, I saw a guesstimate that we use about 4,000 volunteer hours per production. So that's all unpaid volunteer work of performers, backstage crew, everything that you see. So we are hoping to just honestly gain as much as we can. We have a very generous sponsor who has offered us a match grant this year. So we're trying to fully utilize that and try to gain as much as we possibly can for this year. We have amazing shows. We just announced our new season last night. So they will be on our website, 8o'clocktheater.com, and on our Facebook page and all that stuff. So we'd love more support to come see the shows or be involved if you're interested in volunteer opportunities.
And you've worked very, very hard to be very creative to launch your special Give Day.
Yep.
And that's exciting for many reasons. Number one, it's going to help you reach your goal.
Yes.
And number two, you're getting an extra special bonus.
We are.
I'm behind you. And you were just talking about your volunteers. So I'm Wilma from the Community Foundation of Tampa Bay, and we wanted to tell you that you won the Creativity Prize for your campaign.
Fantastic, thank you.
For your campaign, which highlighted your volunteers, and it was a series of videos that let the volunteers talk about just how meaningful it is for them to be able to work with you. So congratulations, and you know, a cashable check will follow soon.
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Thank you.
How
Thank you.
exciting is
Thank
that,
Oh
right?
my gosh, thank you.
Okay. And hopefully your generous donor, hopefully they'll match this part of it too. They might be
We'll see.
saying, holy cow, what have I gotten myself into? Okay. But congratulations.
Thank
and
you
Oh,
very
thank
much.
you
Thank
so
you.
keep
much.
up the fantastic
We're
work
blessed.
that you are
Thank you.
doing.
I'm so
Largo
excited.
is lucky to have you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
All right. Okay, so while our next guests are coming in and being seated and our 8 o'clock theater folks are celebrating, we're going to go to the leaderboard and get an updated total on your donations. The Girl Scouts of West Central Florida have been making a difference in the lives of girls for decades. I was even a Girl Scout. They have a number of facilities in Central Florida, and reporter Laura McElroy is live from one of their camps in Pinellas County. Hey, Laura, what's going on out there?
We are up to some high adventure here at the Wailani Girl Scout camp in Palm Harbor. It's an absolutely beautiful and incredible place. And I'm right there with you, Shelly. I was a Girl Scout. My daughter was a Girl Scout. And we're going to meet some Girl Scouts today. Now, every year, this camp is shaping the lives of thousands of young girls. It's helping build their self-confidence, their character, and their courage. Yes, it takes some courage because there's some high adventure here. And right now, I want to introduce you to the CEO of Girl Scouts, and that is Jessica Muroff. And tell us what your goal is, because I understand that not every parent can afford to send their child to Girl Scout camp.
That's absolutely true. And for Give Day today, we really want to focus on our campership, what we call campership donations, to send girls to Girl Scout camp. Already this year, we have more than $30,000 in requests for scholarships to send girls to camp. Last year, we sent over 200 girls on scholarships to camp.
That's terrific. So 200 little girls who wouldn't ordinarily be financial be that number this year. So last year, I understand that you raised $40,000. Well, we've got to top that $40,000 so we can get more kids out to the camp. Tell us some of the benefits of going to Girl Scout camp?
Oh, goodness. You know, among the most important things is being a part of the environment and learning in the environment and having these girls step outside of their comfort zone, because these kind of activities you're not going to have at home. And so being able to do a high ropes course like this, experiencing camp with friends and learning how to work as a team, all of these leadership skills are being built here at camp.
So normally it's the Girl Scouts that are earning the badges for all the hard work that they do, but you can earn a badge too. So tell us about it and show us that badge you have there.
So we have a Give Day patch for donors who give $35 or more. You will get this patch in support of Girl Scouts of West Central Florida and sending girls to camp.
So everybody can be a Girl Scout on Give Day Tampa Bay and earn their patch. And now we're going to talk to the queen of the patches. This is Brianna Weaver, and she's going to model for us. Turn around and show everybody. I mean, look at all those patches that Brianna has earned. Tell us how long you've been a Girl Scout and what you love about Girl Scouts, Brianna.
I've been a Girl Scout for 9 years, and my favorite part about being a Girl Scout is coming to these beautiful camps. I love getting to experience the high adventure stuff, such as the ropes course and canoeing, archery, camping. I love it.
So we understand that you were the #1 salesperson for cookies, but Girl Scouts is not just about cookies, is it? It's not just about going door to door selling cookies. It's about having a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it's definitely about having fun, and that's what Girl Scouts is all about.
So let's zoom in and take a look at some of that high adventure fun right now. This is a brand new challenge course, and there's a young girl just struggling away, but she's doing a great job. She's climbing 35 feet into the air. Tell us about this high adventure course that you guys are debuting this year, Jessica.
Sure. This is the cargo net to take the girls up to the platform. She is already strapped in. So when she gets up to, or she has her harness on her, when she gets up to the platform, she'll be connected to the zip line and be able to zip line down on the other side of the platform here. We have some Girl Scouts who are on the climbing structures on either side of this high adventure ropes course here, and they are belayed into their harnesses for safety, but that way they can push themselves to really use the ropes in any way that they seem fit for them to get them all the way up this structure. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength and a lot of confidence to be able to get this done.
So this is about getting outside your comfort zone and really pushing yourself.
Without a doubt, is what these girls are doing. I have seen girls who are highly confident and love this kind of thing, and I've seen others who literally have tears running down their faces because this is really scary to them. But when they get to the top, the amount of confidence and pride they have in accomplishing something like this, you can't put a price tag on that.
What an achievement. Understand that there's a girl at the top ready to show us this really cool zip line. Here she goes, zipping down 200 feet down the brand new zip line. Now, how about that for high adventure? Well done. Well done. So, they say that the adventure is for the Boy Scouts. Well, that's not true at all. There's tons of high adventure here at Wailani. It is an absolutely terrific experience, and they are hoping to raise enough money to send 200 little girls to camp this summer who wouldn't normally be able to afford to go. So please be generous and open your pockets and give to the Girl Scouts. And you can just log on to Give Day Tampa Bay or onto WEDU, and we will connect you to the link. Back to you, Shelly.
Thanks, Laura. The only thing that would have been better would be if that zip line came right here into our studio, but we don't have that. So while our next guests are getting seated, let's go to our leaderboard and see just how those totals are doing from your donations. Okay, so now I'm back in the studio, and I have Sherry Powell with me. She is the Chief Marketing Director for the Florida Orchestra.
Yes.
And welcome to Give Day. Welcome to WEDU.
Well, thank you very much. Good to be here.
It's great to have so many organizations here today. And, you know, when you say Florida Orchestra, I think a lot of people are like, yeah, I know the Florida Orchestra. Everybody thinks they know the Florida Orchestra. But a lot of people in our community really don't.
Right. Well, I love the theme, Live Here, Give Here. The Florida Orchestra is a Tampa Bay organization. It's the leading performing arts organization in Tampa Bay. And we're really all about keeping music a real vibrant part of this area.
And that's important to expose to everybody in our area, to our entire community. I know you have a lot of youth programs that you're exposing our young folks to. So a lot of similarities to what we do here at WEDU as well.
Yes. Well, we are on stage with a number of performances throughout the Bay Area. We play Tampa, St. Pete, and Clearwater in our performances, and a variety of music. So masterworks, pops. We have a rock series, we have video game concerts, but only about half of the people we serve, which is about 100,000 people, are in the theater throughout our season. The other half, nearly another 100,000 people, experience the Florida Orchestra for free. We really are here to serve the entire community in a lot of ways.
Sure. So the events in the parks and in the schools and things like that.
Yeah, if we just look at the next 2 weeks, there are so many examples of the kind of work we do in the community. Next week we're doing youth concerts for 4th and 5th grade students, free of charge. We're doing those at Straz and at the Mahaffey Theater. Nearly 40,000 students are exposed to live symphonic music in an educational setting, and that's part of our service to the public school system in Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Pasco counties.
How wonderful.
Next week we're also going to be doing a performance at All Children's Hospital. These are kids that are really undergoing some major challenges, and we've seen how music can make a big difference in their life.
Sure, give them some delight and some joy.
I mean, just last year at All Children's Hospital, there was a young boy who is autistic who was really limited in his ability to communicate. By the end of the concert, our conductor had him up on the podium conducting our orchestra, and his parents said it was a real breakthrough. And that's the kind of inspiring stories that really are the behind the scenes.
And that's what's important for our entire community to know about the Florida Orchestra. So if there was something that you would tell our viewers out there, what's the Florida Orchestra need to get out of Give Day today?
Well, the Florida Orchestra operates on only a third of the budget from ticket sales. The other 2/3 of a budget, which is typical for orchestras around the country, come from donations. And we're really excited. We have an anonymous donor who has pledged a $50,000 challenge. And any new or increased gifts between now and June 30th will be doubled. So every dollar becomes $2, or the $5 minimum becomes $10, and we're really grateful to that anonymous donor.
That's great. And of course, your gift lasts through June, but we really want to encourage everybody to give today. Give on Give Day.
Yes.
That is the idea. That's the reason all of these folks are in the studio today. So we want to really encourage them to do that in honor maybe of, you know, their favorite musician or the student whose life was changed, you know, or just the pure joy and relaxation that orchestra music can bring to people.
And I mean, even just in 2 weeks, on Mother's Day, we've been invited to be part of the grand opening of the new waterfront park right across the street. So Mother's Day, the Florida Orchestra will be presenting a free concert in the park, complete with fireworks. So it's the perfect way to spend, I think, a nice evening with celebrating with your mom.
Sure. So is the music and the fireworks, are they going to be synced up for this event?
Well, actually, yes.
How exciting.
The clue is 1812 Overture.
Okay, of course. Okay, which is traditional fireworks and wonderful orchestra music as well. So now is your chance to make a difference to the Florida Orchestra by making your contribution to Give Day.
Yes.
I'm sure there's a link on your website. They can go to WEDU's website. You can go to giveday.org. There's so many ways that folks can do it.
Yes.
And that $5 donation is now 10.
Now 10.
You know, but we'll take a $500 donation and make it 1,000. That's
Yes.
okay too.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great day,
You
Sherry.
too.
All right. Okay, so we are going to continue meeting some more guests here in our studio, but while the next guests are being seated, we're going to go back to that leaderboard and get an updated total on your donations.
Well, we've had a partnership with the Community Foundation of Tampa Bay for approximately 5 years. And we were made aware that there was an opportunity through Give Day to help not-for-profits really leverage their resources, their donors, and the opportunity for the community to really see a lot of impact from the momentum generated by Give Day Tampa Bay. Well, this year we're going to have a lot of opportunities for matching grants for not-for-profits. So on Give Day Tampa Bay, you can donate $1, maybe it'll be $2. There'll also be opportunities for organizations to take those donations and be entered into a raffle or a drawing, if you will, for additional prize money. So it's really about leveraging that day and trying to create as much momentum for charitable giving through Give Day Tampa Bay. Well, we have hundreds of not-for-profits in the Tampa Bay area that do amazing work every day. What we're trying to do is help them have the resources to be able to maximize the impact. And Give Day is a terrific vehicle for individuals in the community to come together to support those not-for-profits. Not-for-profits do such amazing work every day, serving tens of thousands of individuals and families in the Tampa Bay area, and resources are always scarce. So Give Day is a tremendous vehicle, platform, if you will, to be able to support those not-for-profits and let them impact more families and more individuals. For us, I think the most important thing about contributing in Give Day is that your money can be leveraged. Your money can actually go further, and you can impact more individuals in our community.
All right, and live in the studio now, we actually have Jose Calindres with us today. So tell me, what is the Brink Foundation's connection to Give Day?
Well, we've had a partnership with the Community Foundation of Tampa Bay for about 5 years. So we're familiar with the great work they do in our community. And when we found out about Give Day and its ability to help organizations that work in our communities every day leverage their donors and their volunteers on Give Day, because we're so much about matching and about challenging folks to match, it was a very natural fit for us. So we jumped on board.
Very good. And those matches are essential. So many of our organizations pride themselves in hitting those matching goals and doubling their income on special days like this. So certainly we appreciate what the Brinks Foundation has done to contribute to Give Day and to our community as a whole.
Well, we're very proud to partner. It's great to be out in the audience here, meeting not-for-profits that work so hard every day to serve so many people, and sharing with us that Give Day is such a significant part of their resource base for budgeting and for serving more people. So it's great to see so many organizations taking advantage of Give Day.
And it works because of groups like yours that help to support, and the amazing people that we have in our Tampa Bay community who make those pledges, who offer those donations during special times like this. So we appreciate everybody, that's for sure. There are lots of ways that individuals can decide that they need to start a nonprofit organization. we're going to hear another story about someone deciding that they needed to give back and help out.
Voices for Children of Tampa Bay started in 1986, and the purpose was to support the Guardian Ad Litem program that helps children in the foster care system. They help them by being their voice and also providing from time to time material things that these children need and can't get, just to help them feel a little normal. These children, for one night, just feel normal. I just had a 16-year-old girl who wanted to go to the junior ROTC ball with her friends. The Voices for Children, because I am a volunteer guardian ad litem, the Voices for Children gave me to give to her $80, and with the $80 we bought a ticket for $30, a pair of high heels for $20, and she got her nails done for $30. She has texted me and sent photos of a wonderful evening she had. So just for that evening, she was just like everyone else. For $25, we can buy a ticket to homecoming. For $50, we can buy a ticket to a ball and a pair of shoes. We can't solve the problem of foster care. The system has many issues, but by giving to Voices for Children of Tampa Bay, you can be rest assured that you will be helping a child feel normal, if for a little time, maybe a night, maybe a week, maybe a summer. That's the pleasure you will get out of giving to Voices for Children of Tampa Bay.
And we can't emphasize enough that pleasure that you get from doing good. And believe me, it comes back to you twofold, fivefold, tenfold even when you do good. So next in the studio now, we have folks from the Second Chance Tiny Homes Project. And we've all seen the shows about the tiny homes. Do not roll your eyes. This is really cool stuff, okay? So I have in the studio, we have Greg, we have Heather, and we have Johanna with us. So tell us about this cool design that you have on the poster behind you.
Well, thank you for having us. Johanna from G2 is our architect, awesome. And so she can tell you a bit about the plans.
This is our creation, but Heather, why don't you speak a little bit about the actual
well, last year we won the Big Idea competition with Community Foundation of Tampa Bay. So they really helped to launch our program. And we're not only building tiny homes, but what this really does for Tampa Bay is provide training for hard-to-employ people, getting them reacclimated into society. So that's where we do work with some ex-offenders and helping them get those carpentry skills because there's not enough carpenters in Tampa Bay to build everything out there that we're trying to build. So it's really a win as far as that. And our first project is actually going to be a veterans village for homeless veterans. So that's really exciting. We're really excited about the whole thing. It's, you know, tiny home, big change.
Very much so. And you're touching on so many pieces that are so vital in our community in giving people a chance to re-enter into society, in helping homelessness, and honoring our veterans. You're touching on so many things in one fell swoop.
We're trying to do like a win-win-win, you know, situation for everybody help.
So what is Give Day going to do for you today?
Give Day for us is going to not only help us with materials and supplies, but help us with on-the-job training. In the morning, there's 15 students. We actually have our orientation on Thursday. I've got about 100 interested individuals. We will be moving forward with 15 for our second class, and they will build the tiny homes. That will pay for their on-the-job training part-time. It will also pay for materials to build the tiny homes. Awesome. And they will be getting NCCER carpentry certifications, forklift certifications. We're able to supply them with their own basic tools and safety equipment. And we also have partners in the community through the City of St. Pete to hire our graduates.
Awesome. And we have such a shortage in the labor force right now, in the trades and in the construction areas, that this is a huge win for our community once the tiny houses are done, and what these folks can do in our workforce out there as well.
We're very excited.
One of the things we're excited about doing for the Homeless Veterans Village, this particular model is on wheels, but the Veterans Village will be on foundations so that they are accessible to people with all ability levels. We're also designing them to Miami-Dade hurricane codes, so these are going to be very safe long-lasting, low-maintenance homes as well.
And Greg, what is your connection to this group?
So I fall under that category of hard to employ, ex-offenders. It's amazing how when a program comes around that believes in you, how you can start to believe in yourself. You know, I wake up every morning hopeless, not knowing what I was going to do, where I was going to go, how I was going to make money, how I would get employed. And through Second Chance Tiny Homes, I was able to get those certifications Heather spoke about: NCCER, core, carpentry, forklift, powder activated tools. And right now I've been employed by Second Chance Tiny Homes as a supervisor to help with the further teaching and progression of this program.
Good for you. So what a proud time for you.
It's
this
amazing.
is.
It's amazing. Like I said, I wake up with hope every morning knowing that tomorrow's going to be a better day.
And that's what it's all about, not just for this situation, but for our entire community and what Give Day is doing for our entire community. So this village for our veterans, this is going to be in the St. Petersburg area?
In St. Pete, yeah.
Okay.
We are originally building the Veterans Village in St. Petersburg.
And how many homes will there be?
Right now, I believe we're focusing on 6 and then a lot for 30. So we've got, you know, it's in partnership with the City of St. Petersburg and Pinellas Technical College mainly. And as I said, you know, Community Foundation of Tampa Bay, Bond Secure Health System has been a big provider. So it's really been a good community outreach. A lot of people are very interested, and it's just a really feel-good thing. I love St. Pete. I absolutely love St. Petersburg and, you know, Tampa Bay, helping it grow in all the ways.
And there are so many ways that the folks are going to touch our community today by making that contribution. So even those donations as small as $5 can help give somebody training, can give them hope, and can help a veteran, all in one quick donation. So thank you, folks. We appreciate you being here, and good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so while our next guests are being seated, we're going to go back to that leaderboard and get an updated total on your donations. Well, now, if you know me, you know this next part makes me happy because we have puppies in the studio. We've got folks from the Humane Society of Pinellas County here. Sharon Boys and Stacy Efau are here with some little fellas. I didn't get a chance to get their names.
So this is Jacob that I'm holding, and that's Abraham.
Oh.
And they are actually siblings. So even though that one's a little fluffy guy and this guy's got a little bit shorter hair, they're actually siblings. So
who'd have thunk it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, their colors match, that's for sure. But I would look at Jacob and say,
no,
dachshund something or another.
That's right. And if you saw Abraham's body, he's also a dachshund mix too. So you see him; he's a little short and has a little, has a little short legs.
But he's got that kind of retriever
yep,
hair and ears
certainly.
on him.
Yep, of course, sure does. Yep.
How wonderful. So we know Humane Society. We know the great work that you do. What are you hoping to get out of Give Day and sharing with our folks that are watching?
So we really want folks to know that we're more about than just the puppies. So that we offer so many other opportunities and resources to the community. Our goal is really about keeping people and pets together. So while these guys right here today are with us that are cute, if you go on to our Give Day page, you're going to see a little puppy on that page that's got a cone on, and he's got a cast on because we get a lot of medical cases. And that puppy was relinquished to us because their owner couldn't afford care. And so one of the ways that we're trying to solve that problem as well is we are opening a low-cost pet clinic in Pinellas County that will be open to the public, and it's going to open on May 8th. So we're excited about that.
Congratulations.
So today it's about raising money and really raising awareness as well.
And there's so many opportunities for people to learn through the Humane Society, take advantage of those low-cost clinics. I know that we've got them all over Central Florida because it's so important that people take care of their pets and give them the heartworm medicine and the flea medicine and the inoculations that they need.
Absolutely. And, you know, we also have, you know, right now it's kitten season, so we have over 90 kittens in foster right now. So if you're looking for a kitten or you're looking for a puppy or a bunny or something with fur, we have it there at our organization. But if you can't donate monetarily to us, there's always other ways that you can help us with your time. We are in need always of things like, you know, paper towels and kitty litter and all the things, your old towels and dog treats. So.
Yeah, just think of everything that you use on a daily basis for your pet and multiply that by how many you have in a shelter.
Sure.
You know, that's a lot of puppy paper towels.
Absolutely.
And always volunteers. We have about 300 volunteers, but we could use more at the shelter and also for foster homes. With all those kittens that we have, we need foster homes for. So if any way people can give, we really appreciate it.
And sometimes that's a great way for somebody to sort of have the commitment-free pet experience to decide if they want to take that leap of faith into ownership. So certainly. Well, we hope that you get the exposure that you need. We hope these little guys get wonderful new homes, and I can't believe that they're siblings. That's just amazing.
You never know what you're going to find in a shelter. That's what I tell folks all the time.
So hopefully you can visit the Humane Society of Pinellas County and see what you can find there. You never know. So we're going to have some more guests coming into our studio while they are being seated and our puppies are going to go take a little walk. We'll go to the leaderboard and get an updated total on your donations. Okay, now another thing that's near and dear to my heart is the respect that we have for our veterans and those people who serve. Never had the chance to take an honor flight with my dad, but thank you, gentlemen, for being here and for sharing information about what an amazing thing the honor flight is.
Well, we're happy to be here. Neil is a World War II, a Korea and Vietnam veteran. I'm a Vietnam veteran. We're both volunteers with Honor Flight. Our mission is to identify veterans in the Tampa Bay area and to transport them to Washington to see the memorials that many of them have probably never seen, and then welcome them home. And the best part of that is they don't pay anything. We take them for nothing. So it's a great, great experience. And Neil has experienced that himself, of course.
Yeah. What was that like, Neil, the first time that you got to see one of those memorials?
Well, I had seen a couple of them, but I had never seen the World War II memorial, and to me it was a great lift because I had come off a little depression losing my wife for 69 years, and Mark Welch, a director, like this gentleman here, came over to the house, which I've known Mark for almost 20 years, says, "You're going on an honor flight." Well, I went, and I've come up from the deep depression to cloud 9, and I never left the cloud. I got such a fury of death that I joined the honor flight, and now my mission is to work for honor flight and find some of these precious veterans, especially World War II, great generation.
And we're running out of you,
And
the
we're
World War
down
II.
to about five.
And the Korean vets, too, which my
Yeah,
dad was. We're
right,
running out
yeah.
of them.
World War II veterans now down to about 500,000, and there's 16,180,000. So
Wow.
they're disappearing fast. But we want to find them and take them to Washington and show them the honor that they deserve and the
Absolutely.
welcome they never received.
Does it continue to be emotional for you?
Oh, absolutely. It's more emotional when I'm with a bunch of veterans. It's just, well, after spending 39 years in the Marine Corps, it's a letdown to really come out of almost a lifetime of, well, let's say duty, service, honor, whatever you want to call it.
Well, and you are still serving.
Oh, I
You
am
are.
still serving, yes.
And what is your connection, Gary?
I'm on the board of directors for the local chapter, and am quite involved with the organization, and also go on flights as overhead. When you take approximately 70 veterans, and each one of them has a guardian or an escort, they relate a lot of stories, and sometimes they get a little rambunctious, so I go along just to make sure they stay in line.
I don't know if you can keep somebody like Neil in line. You know, that could be the challenge of the day.
Oh, I'm very docile now.
Oh, okay. Especially when we put you on an airplane.
Yes.
Okay, because there are rules, you know, you have to follow. Okay. So out of Give Day, what are we hoping that the honor flight achieves today?
Well, obviously, our flights cost about $68,000 to $70,000. Coincidentally, we just had a flight in April. We have another one on June 5th. But we're hoping to identify veterans in the community that have never heard of the program, and obviously raise funds. Like other charitable organizations are always looking to raise funds, because it's, as I mentioned, it's pretty expensive to run a flight for us. And it's up and back in one day. We feed them and we transport them, and it's costly.
It's a big day.
It is.
So if somebody has a veteran they want to hook up with you, what do they do?
If they have, if they know a veteran, they can go to our website, which is honorflightwcf.org, and they can pull up an application, and we're looking for guardians or escorts and veterans, and they can print that, submit it to us, and we'll put them on a flight.
Awesome. So that's the way to do it. So certainly your dollars are crucial to the honor flight of West Central Florida, but also getting the word out to all of those veterans so that we can honor them the way they deserve to be honored. Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for your service. All right. So while our next guests are being seated or maybe roaming around or lying around because we have a treat next, we're going to go to our leaderboard and get an updated total on your donations. All right, we are here with folks from Pause for Friendship. How exciting is this? Look, I don't know what kind of a shot you can get, but the face on this boy, this is Simon, and you have to fall in love when you see a face like this, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. And we've got one over there that, you know, is a little on the needy side. He's obviously had a big day. But Pause for Friendship is a wonderful organization that lets people who are in need, who need some cheering up, who need some encouragement, and there's nothing like loving on a critter for that. So what is your involvement in Pause for Friendship?
I'm just one of the volunteers. Our whole program, Pause for Friendship, is based on volunteers. And what we do is we visit retirement centers, hospitals, any community organization that would like a visit from the dogs. Basically, it's just to put a smile on people's face and cheer them up. And therapy works wonders, medically proven. And so, you know, we love what we do. We're all volunteers, and the dogs just love visiting.
Very good. And do you take your dogs to places to visit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And how does that make you feel when you're able to make somebody smile?
Good for them and me.
For you too, huh? And that's a lot of what it is. That's what Give Day is all about. When you help somebody else, it makes you feel really good, doesn't it? That's an important lesson. You need to tell all your friends that lesson. Okay. And who is it that you have here? Hi, Harley. You're doing a good job, little man. You are. And this guy over here, okay? I've got to come over here because obviously you are a deprived and neglected soul, okay? So what is his favorite part of the Pause for Friendship program?
Surprisingly, Benny's favorite part is when the kids read to him.
Oh,
So he
really?
goes into classrooms and they read to him, and they have more confidence because they're reading to a dog, not necessarily a teacher or a parent.
Bless you. And he probably doesn't correct them very often.
Nope.
Okay.
They're always right.
Yeah, they're always right. Does he do this in the classroom as well?
No, he normally just falls asleep.
But they must read you bedtime stories, right? And that's what it is. So there's nothing like a furry critter to make somebody smile. Look at, well, I don't know what he wants to do, but he's definitely having a Give Day celebration. And who do you have over here?
This is Guinness.
Hi, Guinness.
Hi.
Hi, buddy. Come here. Okay, there we go. Hi, Guinness. Nice to meet you.
Guinness has been volunteering since he was about 6 months old.
Wow.
So he's a pro at this point.
So what is the goal here? I mean, other than making us happy and giving me my doggy fix for the afternoon.
Well, we visit a lot of hospitals and retirement homes because, you know, a lot of the elderly population, you know, go into retirement homes. They had a pet their whole life, and it's something that they're missing from their life. So when we bring them our pets, they get the joy of that we get from them like they used to as well. It's kind of like a small piece of home that they get to be with. We also have children that we go into the classrooms for anxiety as well as the reading program. So there's many different benefits that we bring to the community.
What happens to the dollars when people donate on Give Day?
So the dollars that we generally use for these vets that they have so that people can identify that they're therapy dogs. It also helps us pay for insurance to keep the dogs as well as the people that we visit safe, that kind of thing. And the other operational running costs that we have, doing events to help support like the SPCA and Humane Society. We do a lot of events to help fundraise for them as well.
Oh, we just had some Humane Society folks here a little while ago. So how could somebody get their pup involved in something like this?
So if you're interested and you feel that your dog is the kind of dog that would be willing and happy doing this kind of work, you go to our website, pauseforfriendshipinc.org, and fill out an application. We email you back and set up a time that we can meet with you at one of our visits. During that visit, we kind of just establish that, you know, you have a good working relationship with your dog and that they're happy doing that kind of thing and they get along with other dogs. And if you pass, then you go on your way and you're able to go and spread the love.
Okay. So certainly spread the love here to Pause for Friendship by making your donation to Give Day Tampa Bay today in their honor. Pay for the entertainment that we had here, you know, from this guy. Simon, I think, has had it by now. All right, so we're going to go to our leaderboard while our pups are leaving and our next guests are coming in. We can see how our donations are doing. Okay, so now it's time for a lightning round. This is a time when nonprofits get 30 seconds to tell us about their organization and why you should support them on Give Day Tampa Bay. So we've got 30 seconds for you to tell us about what looks like a pretty cool book. I can't get my hands on it, but it looks like something pretty special called A Second Wish by Demetrius.
Yes, ma'am, and thank you. A Second Wish by Demetrius is a foundation that grants second wishes to children that have life-threatening illnesses. So the book was written about my nephew who passed away from brain cancer. So he got a wish at 7, and at 12, we reached out to another organization across the country, and everyone says no because they had a wish. So most people don't realize that if they get one wish, that's it for them.
Sure.
So this organization, I found it to be able to help children have a second wish in life. Yes,
How
ma'am.
wonderful. So please make your contribution on Give Day to Second Chance for Demetrius. What a great way to honor those kids who beat the odds and get to have a second wish. What a great thing for them. So that concludes this hour of our Give Day Tampa Bay webcast, but stay with us. There are a number of outstanding groups still to come. The Nomad Art Bus in Tampa Bay fosters art in the community by bringing inspiration and creative expression wherever it goes.
I've been an artist for my entire life. I was always the art kid in school. I went to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago and loved the city so much I stayed in Chicago for about 10 years, living and working as an artist. I moved back to Florida, where I grew up, in 2011. And started thinking about my work in a more expansive way. The Nomad Art Bus was a lot of different ideas that were a hybrid. Originally, I thought, my background is I'm an artist, and I thought about having a bus and traveling on a bus to sell my artwork. I taught in school for about a year, and I started thinking about the bus in a different way then, as giving access to people who have limited or no access to art programming. So I thought a hybrid of this traveling bus for artists and a place for teaching. So I started the nonprofit, and the bus was donated within about 6 months of me talking about the project, and it's been rolling ever since.
I am a fiber artist. I spin yarn, knit, weave, dye, sew, do a lot with design. I'm also a professional photographer, and so I piece together my living as a creative professional and a teaching artist. Most of my time with the bus is volunteer, and the way that I schedule my life and my creative projects was a really nice fit for the bus. I help negotiate and plan all of our activities, and then when I get really excited when we get to teach and get to really sink down into a community and do something with them.
Well, I was on a leave of absence from teaching last year, and Carrie contacted me, and she knew that I was a certified art teacher. She asked if I would be interested in joining the Nomad Bus. I've heard of the bus. I just really wasn't sure exactly what they were all about. After joining them and volunteering a little bit and seeing what they did, it turned out to be really fun, and it was like a good way to get my art teacher juices, still flowing. I just really love to see the kids, how happy they are and how much fun they have putting on their aprons and painting and getting all messy. And I just take away the joy that's in their hearts, and I bring it home, and it helps me create when I go home and when I'm going into this year teaching again.
When the Nomad Bus come around is when the teachers teach me how to draw and paint. I really enjoy painting my colors and my shapes and animals. Today I painted a tree, a handprint, and my name and pictures.
The reason why I always come to the Nomad Bus because I love painting and I love drawing.
It's such an honor that every time we interact with the community, it really feels like a relationship instead of providing a service. It's something that goes both ways, and we're starting to call it a nomad experience, but anyone that comes along with us leaves feeling better, feeling inspired.
It was
obvious to me that art was not the top priority when I was teaching, which was frustrating to me because my entire life has been about art. So I knew that, it wasn't my role to change that within the school system. I knew that that was going to be something that I was powerless to do. So but I wanted to make a difference in whatever way I could. So I thought that just going out into the community and teaching directly rather than waiting for changes to happen within the school system was a really direct way for me to do it, and to support other artists and art teachers who also feel the same way.
I met Carrie and was introduced to Nomad about 2.5 years ago through Pinellas County Schools. We contracted Nomad to bring art enrichment to our after-school enrichment program. Since I became familiar with the Nomad bus, I found a passion for myself, and I personally volunteer with the Nomad bus as much as I can.
We can use help in so many ways. There's a lot to do with the Nomad Art Bus, and often when people want to play a part in what we're doing, immediately they will say, but I'm not an artist, and it takes so much more than just artists to run this organization. So we can find something for anybody to do. If you believe in the Nomad Art Bus, there's room for you here. Often when we have an event coming up, and I know that we've got to get the bus somewhere, whether it's 2 blocks away from our home base or 20 miles away from our home base, I hope that we can just get the bus going. We've been rescued many times and stranded sometimes. We always end up getting it going again and getting it where it needs to go, but a huge help would be getting a bus that will get us every time. We feel like we do such good work out in the community, but one of the things that is always on my mind before we go out into the community is, will the bus start? And having a bus that we know will definitely start every time will help impact our work immensely. There's so much history and so much love in this bus that not having it out in the community will definitely be felt and seen, and people will notice, and we will definitely notice. But it'll help us grow.
I have seen the Nomad bus work miracles with students. We've seen students that were classified behavior problems, and Carrie's brought the program in, and whether it be stitching, painting, she doesn't do just painting the bus. And the kids come alive. They find something that they can express themselves with.
We get just as much out of it, and the people feel that, and I'm pretty sure they are also having a nomad experience, and that once we work with you, you are a nomad, and it's a real relationship.